Ever felt torn between your head and heart? One says be practical, other whispers follow your dreams. So, who do you trust? Today, we'll uncover the truth with science, ancient wisdom, and little humor, and let's make an alchemy of mind and soul. Your head is like a map. It plans, calculates, and shows possibilities. While your heart is like a compass. It senses direction and knows what feels right. But what happens when they both clash? That's the magic you can explore. See, according to science, there are two parts of brain. One is prefrontal cortex. The other is limbic system. Prefrontal cortex is a place where all this logical thinkings and planning happens. The limbic system is where all your emotions and intuitions come into play. Well, 90% of the decisions that humans are making are emotionally driven, and then they tend to give it a logical explanation just to satisfy their ego that they are not emotional fools. But before stepping further on these talks, we'll have to know in which direction does our mind and heart is going. This happened one day. There was a man named Possible Parmesh. He was a driver in India. If you're driving in India, you better be a good driver, or else you are a dead driver. So he'd driven for like 5-10 years in India, and then he planned of getting married. Recently he got married too. And after his marriage, he thought let me move to America. So when going to new country, traffic rules are subjected to change depending on countries. In various countries, various kinds of rules are there. He went to USA with his newly married wife. One day it happened that his wife called him while he was driving. She called and asked, "Hey baby, are you at X46 highway?" He replies, "Yes. Be careful, a traffic rules is telling there is a man driving in full speed in opposite direction." He replies, "What the hell, hundreds of people are driving in opposite direction." Like this, you should know in what way does your heart and mind is going. Well, let's come to the truth. Is there really a thing like heart and mind? Do you think heart can really speak? Heart can only speak 2 words. You know it if you hold hand to it. Lub dub, lub dub. But all this thing that you're feeling is just happening in your brain, but you're not able to differentiate it, because this is how it is. The way you think is the way you feel, right? Right now you can think this person is beautiful and you'll have all the pleasant emotions towards him. And the same way, if you think a person is horrible, then you can never have pleasant emotion towards him. You'll only have bad emotion towards him. So you cannot think horrible things on a person and have pleasant emotion. You cannot think a person is pleasant and have a horrible emotion. This is how it is. Our thoughts and emotions are just made with different qualities. Our emotions always follow thoughts. But right now what's happening with people, why they are thinking heart can speak and mind can speak is, imagine right now you met a girl where you've been chatting and texting and talking whatever, and you felt, yes, this is the girl I dreamed of. This is what a personality I need. All these things, and you felt very pleasant. You went home, and tomorrow you again came and met on the same cafeteria area or whatever, and then she does something that you don't like. On that damn moment, your thought will say, she is not right, she is not good. But for the whole night, your emotions have been cooking up so much. You're dreaming of getting a marriage, kids, and lifetime plans, but all this memory was stored up within yourself where emotions were involved. Emotions were just cooking up all these things on your own head. Thoughts are fragile. They can just take a sudden turn like that. But emotions are a little sappy. They cannot turn as quickly as between this period where thought turned, but emotion is still trying to figure out whether it should turn or it should stay there or stick on. This is a time where you feel like heart is saying something, heart is speaking something. But the real truth is, it's both happening here, but you are not able to differentiate it. Depending on how deeply you are involved, whether in weeks or months or maybe in few months, you'll recover. Your emotions will also start telling, yes, she was nasty. Then that will settle down. But when you're making some decisions in life, some really worthwhile decisions that you think you need to make, there's a time that you just withdraw yourself from your home, family, and things that you are identified with, your mobile, your gadgets, or your car, whatever it is. You take yourself off from it. Go to a place where it's mountain, ocean, or wherever the conducive it is for you, where there is no disturbance. You can be by yourself, only you and your own self. Then you think, is this life precious to me? Yes, it's very precious to me, of course. So if I do this, doesn't matter what, just think as clearly as possible. If I do this, will this still mean a lot to me after 10 years, 20 years, 30, 50 years? If you feel it's worthwhile, then it doesn't matter what the world or what the hell other people thinks about you, just do it. Because it's about you, it's not about the world. But right now what's happening to people when they tend to make some decisions, they're too worried about things around and people around them. Because how clearly you think is dependent on how stable you are within yourself. A sharp knife needs a steady hand. To make any sharp decisions in your life, you should have a steady, stable mind. So how do you get there? Well, if you know the harmony of thoughts and emotions, if you know how to align them, how to keep them in a place, then they're just wonderful. But the same way what's happening to a whole lot of people right now in the world is they do not know how to handle their own thoughts and their own emotions. So that's why all these brands and even movies, whatever we see, they're just targeting our own emotion. No brand is selling products, they're selling emotions, because emotion is the strongest thing. It doesn't matter what happened, what the hell happened in your life. There is no point of you being sad or down. If you do not know how to handle your own emotions, this is what happens. You're freaked out for even simple things because you don't know how this is functioning, what's happening within you. You should work upon yourself to a state where it doesn't matter where you are, who are around you, or what are the things around you. The way of you being will remain the same. Right now, imagine I put you next to a US president. You will think, oh, such a great person. Sir. Then I get you back and put you next to a beggar. You'll be like, what the hell, man? Let me distance myself. Because there you're looking up for someone, and here you're looking down on someone. If you do this way, your whole life will be in conflict with rights and wrong, goods and bad. After all, you made up this character. This personality is made up by you. But because it's been made unconsciously, you should work upon yourself to a state. It doesn't matter what's around you or who is around you. The way of you being will always be pleasant. The way you are is the way you are. It doesn't matter where you are and the situation you are. For that, you need to master this one first. If this obeys you, then the life around you is pleasant. Then you can look at things, take up things and do things in much better way. And you make a real difference in the world. That is how you should be making a difference. When emotions and thoughts are rolling you, you tend to be very confused in life. Don't know what to do, where to go. So that's why we have plenty of tools and techniques, simple tools and techniques that you can just follow up on, and they can do great for you to transform this misery or uncontrolled diarrhea in your thoughts or in emotion into a conscious process where you're all conscious from the way you eat till the way you sleep. If you know how to manage these very simple things, if you know how to manage this simply, life is a great possibility for you. So there comes a situations in everybody's life where you have to make a decision. Your mind says yes, it is it, but your heart still hangs on there. This is because you haven't learned how to handle your thoughts and your own emotion, how this body functions, how memory happens. Right now you see, just pick a random contact in your mobile who you do not talk to them usually. Just call them straight for the next 10 days from today between 6 to 7 p.m. somewhat. On the 11th day, even if you do not remember of calling them, your body will naturally remind you. For this constant 10 days, it was just accumulating a memory. If you do not know how this system works, how this one works, life is just a fickle. It's time that you know the real taste of life and the real taste of fulfillment. Alright, you made it this far, which means your mind knows this was worth it. Now just don't sit overthinking there. Hit that subscribe button like your future depends on it, because it kinda does. More mind-blowing insights are coming. You don't wanna miss it. You don't wanna be the last one to know. So subscribe now. Let's turn life into a pure alchemy. So describe an event or a decision where you were confused between your head and heart, thinking that there is something really called as head and heart, and you ended up making a decision, and what happened, if possible. See you in the next video. Your mind is your biggest enemy that convinces you of problems that doesn't even exist. Right now you're thinking about things that will never happen. Stressed over conversation that never took place. Overthinking isn't intelligence, it's a trap. And I'll show you how to escape it.